What if the woman you trust, the one you share your bed with, is telling you a devastating lie without ever opening her mouth? What if her own mind, twisted by guilt, is sending you signals, screaming at you to pay attention while her words whisper sweet nothings? Most men miss these signs. They write them off as stress, a bad mood, or worse. They blame themselves. But your gut feeling, that cold knot in your stomach that's telling you something is wrong? It's not paranoia. It's your internal alarm system. And today, we're going to teach you how to hear it loud and clear. Listen up. A woman's guilt after cheating is one of the most powerful, behavior-altering forces in a relationship. She won't confess with words. She'll confess with actions. Her subconscious mind will betray her. It will leak the truth in 1,000 different ways. In this video, I'm going to break down the 10 psychological signs she's feeling guilty after cheating. These aren't cliches from some movie. These are real, observable behaviors rooted in the psychology of shame, fear, and cognitive dissonance. And you need to pay close attention because sign number 7 is the single most common and easiest one to spot. It's the modern-day lipstick on the collar. Stay with me. And if you're a man who values truth and self-respect, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop a comment letting me know where in the world you're watching from. Let's get into it. Sign number 1. The affection overload. All of a sudden, she's the perfect girlfriend again. Maybe even better than before. She's showering you with unprompted I love yous, buying you thoughtful gifts, planning elaborate date nights, and initiating intimacy constantly. It feels like you've hit a new honeymoon phase out of nowhere. This is classic overcompensation. Her guilt is creating a massive internal debt. In her mind, the act of betrayal has put her moral account deep into the red. So she tries to balance the scales by flooding the relationship with positive actions. Each gift, each compliment, each act of affection is a desperate attempt to silence the voice in her head telling her she's a bad person. She's not trying to make you feel good. She's trying to make herself feel less horrible. It's a selfish act disguised as a selfless one. Men see this and think, wow, she must really love me. We've finally turned a corner. Things are better than ever. They accept the affection at face value, completely missing the frantic, desperate energy fueling it. They feel relieved when they should feel suspicious. Don't confuse genuine relationship growth with frantic, guilt-fueled repair work. Healthy affection is consistent and calm. Guilty affection is sudden, intense, and feels slightly unearned. Sign number 2, hyper-defensiveness and irritability. Simple, everyday questions trigger an explosive reaction. You ask, hey, you're home late. Where were you? And instead of a simple answer, you get a tirade. Why are you always checking up on me? Don't you trust me? I can't believe you're so controlling. You feel like you're walking on eggshells. This is a psychological defense mechanism called a preemptive strike. A guilty person lives in constant fear of being exposed. Her nervous system is on high alert. So when you ask a question that gets even close to her secret, her fight or flight response kicks in. She launches an aggressive defense to push you back, to make you the bad guy for even asking. By attacking you, she deflects the spotlight from her own behavior. She's turning the interrogation around on you. Most men will immediately back down. They think, maybe I am being too needy or controlling. She's probably just stressed from work. They apologize for asking a perfectly reasonable question, thereby reinforcing her strategy. She learns that aggression is an effective shield for her lies. Don't confuse a legitimate boundary with a guilty person's fortress wall. A simple question should get a simple answer, not a declaration of war. Sign number 3, an unusual interest in your schedule. She's suddenly become your personal secretary. What time will you be home from the gym tomorrow? Oh, you have that meeting on Friday, right? When does it end exactly? Are you going for drinks with your friends after work? Her questions about your whereabouts are becoming incredibly detailed and frequent. This isn't about her wanting to spend more time with you. It's about logistics management. A cheater operates on a stolen timeline. To manage her affair and minimize the risk of getting caught, she needs to know your exact schedule. Your location is a key variable in her risk assessment. Knowing you're stuck in a meeting until 5 p.m. gives her a clear window of opportunity. This isn't born from a place of love. It's born from a place of cold, calculated necessity. A man often feels flattered by this. He thinks, she's so interested in my life. She misses me and wants to plan things around my schedule. He sees it as a sign of attentiveness and care, not as a tool for deception. Don't confuse genuine interest with logistical interrogation. Casual curiosity is normal. Needing a minute-by-minute breakdown of your day is a red flag. Sign number 4, extreme changes in the bedroom. Intimacy becomes a roller coaster. It goes to one of two extremes. Either the bedroom becomes a barren desert, she's always tired, has a headache, or is emotionally distant and avoids your touch. Or it becomes a volcano of new, frenzied passion. She's initiating sex far more than usual and might introduce new techniques or a level of aggression that seems out of character. Guilt manifests physically. For some women, the thought of being intimate with you while betraying you creates such profound cognitive dissonance that it shuts down their desire completely. They feel like a fraud, and physical touch feels repulsive. For others, the opposite happens. The guilt drives them to seek physical connection as a way to prove to themselves that the primary relationship is still real and passionate. It's a desperate attempt to reconnect, to wash away the feeling of the other person, and to reaffirm a bond she knows she has broken. If sex stops, men often internalize it, thinking, "Am I not attractive to her anymore? What am I doing wrong?" If sex increases, they think, "This is amazing. Our passion is back." In both cases, they fail to see the change as a symptom of a deeper problem. Don't confuse a change in passion with a change of heart. Drastic, unexplained shifts in intimacy, either hot or cold, are rarely about you. They're almost always about something happening inside her head. Sign number 5. She accuses you of cheating out of the blue. She starts questioning your loyalty. She checks your phone, asks who you were texting, and makes paranoid accusations. You seem distant lately. Is there someone else? She puts you on the defensive for things you haven't even done. This is the ultimate reverse card of the guilty mind. It's a powerful psychological tactic called projection. She is literally projecting her own actions and feelings of guilt onto you. There are 2 reasons for this. First, it normalizes her behavior in her own mind. If she can convince herself that you're probably cheating too, her own transgression doesn't seem so bad. Second, it's a brilliant deflection strategy. By making you the one who has to defend your innocence, she ensures you're too busy to question hers. This drives honest men crazy. They get caught up in defending themselves, showing their phone records, and reassuring her of their loyalty. They think her insecurity is the problem and work hard to make her feel secure, completely missing the fact that her insecurity is actually a confession. Don't confuse her accusations with a reflection of your actions. When the accusations come out of nowhere and feel baseless, they are almost certainly a reflection of hers. Sign number 6. A sudden drastic makeover. She suddenly overhauls her entire look. It's not just a new haircut, it's a new wardrobe full of clothes that are sexier or very different from her usual style. She's hitting the gym with a newfound vengeance, buying expensive lingerie, and wearing a new perfume. The effort she's putting into her appearance has multiplied by 10. While self-improvement can be a positive thing, in this context, it's often about mate attraction. When a person begins a new affair, they are thrown back into the mating dance. They feel the thrill of a new attraction and are motivated to present the best possible version of themselves to their new partner. This sudden drive to become hotter, fitter, and more attractive is often not for you. You are the comfortable, established partner. The intense effort is for the new, exciting audience. A man might think, "This is great. She's taking care of herself for me. She's trying to spice things up in our relationship." He compliments her, encourages her, and feels proud, failing to ask the crucial question, why now? What prompted this sudden dramatic change? Don't confuse genuine self-improvement with a rebranding for a new customer. Gradual change is normal. A sudden radical transformation often has an external motivator. Sign number 7. Her phone becomes Fort Knox. Okay, this is the one I told you about. It's the clearest, most undeniable sign in the digital age. Her phone, which used to be left casually on the coffee table, is now attached to her hip. It has a new, complex password she won't share. She angles the screen away from you when she's texting. It's always face down on the table. She takes it with her to the bathroom, on a 2-minute trip to the kitchen, everywhere. If you pick it up, she panics. It's simple. Her phone is the scene of the crime. It's the digital evidence locker containing the texts, call logs, pictures, and app conversations that would expose her entire secret life. The phone is no longer a communication device. It's a liability. Her obsessive protection of it is a direct measure of the size of the secret she's hiding. The anxiety you see when you get near it is the raw fear of discovery. Some men will try to respect her privacy. They'll think, maybe she's just talking to her friends about personal stuff. I don't want to be the jealous, snooping boyfriend. They prioritize appearing cool and trusting over listening to their own blaring instincts. Don't confuse a right to privacy with a need for secrecy. Partners in a healthy relationship have privacy, but they don't guard their phones like they contain state secrets. Extreme digital secrecy is the modern lipstick on the collar. Full stop. Sign number 8. The emotional roller coaster. Her moods are swinging wildly and unpredictably. One moment she's happy and affectionate. The next she's withdrawn, sad, or irritable for no apparent reason. You feel like you can't keep up. There's no consistency to her emotional state. She is living a double life, and the mental and emotional toll is enormous. Her brain is struggling with profound cognitive dissonance. The conflict between her values, e.g., I am a good, loyal partner, and her actions, I am cheating. This internal war manifests as emotional volatility. The happy moments might be genuine, or they might be fueled by the thrill of the affair. The sad, distant moments are the guilt, shame, and anxiety crashing down on her. She's not just in a relationship with you. She's in a chaotic relationship with her own conscience. Men are fixers. They see her upset and ask, "What's wrong?" They blame it on her job, her friends, her family, or hormones. They try to solve an external problem, not realizing the problem is an internal, moral conflict that has nothing to do with them. Don't confuse everyday stress with the emotional chaos of a guilty conscience. Normal mood swings have a cause. Guilty mood swings seem to come from nowhere. Sign number 9. Her stories are vague and contradictory. You ask her how her night out with the girls was. The story is fuzzy and lacks detail. "Oh, it was fun. We just went to that new bar downtown." If you ask for specifics, the details are thin or they change later. Last week she said they went for Italian food. This week she mentions the great tacos they had. Her timeline of events just doesn't quite add up. Lying is hard work. It requires creating a false narrative from scratch and then remembering every single detail of that fabrication. The human brain is not wired for this. It's wired to recall experiences. Because her story is a construct, not a memory, it will have holes. She keeps the details vague intentionally because vague is safe. The more specific she gets, the higher the chance she'll contradict herself later. The inconsistencies are her memory failing to keep the lie straight. Most men don't want to feel like they're interrogating their partner. They don't press for details because they don't want to seem untrusting. They accept the fuzzy, low-detail answers and move on, ignoring the small inconsistencies that are actually crucial pieces of data. Don't confuse a bad memory with a bad alibi. Truth is rich with effortless detail. Lies are vague and require constant maintenance. Sign number 10. Avoidance of future talk. Whenever you bring up the future, planning a vacation for next year, talking about moving in together, marriage or kids, she changes the subject or gives a non-committal answer. She seems uncomfortable or anxious, discussing long-term plans that she used to be excited about. Guilt makes commitment feel like hypocrisy. When she's actively betraying the foundation of the relationship, planning a future on that broken foundation feels fraudulent. Talking about your future together forces her to confront the full weight of her deception. It magnifies her guilt because it highlights exactly what she is putting at risk. So she avoids it. It's too painful to look you in the eye and plan a life with you when she knows she is actively undermining it. Men might think she's just stressed, scared of commitment, or that it's simply the wrong time to talk about it. They personalize the rejection and think her hesitation is about them or the relationship's natural progression, not about a secret third party. Don't confuse a fear of commitment with the avoidance of a hypocrite. A partner invested in the future engages with it. A partner with a guilty secret runs from it. Now look, it is critically important that you understand this. One of these signs in isolation doesn't mean anything. People get defensive, people get busy, people have mood swings, but you are not looking for a single clue. You are a detective looking for a pattern. One sign is a coincidence. Two is a curiosity. But when you start seeing 3, 4, 5 of these behaviors happening concurrently, a clear, undeniable pattern emerges. That is no longer a coincidence. That is a story, and you need to be willing to read it. This isn't about driving yourself crazy with paranoia. This is about empowerment. It's about trading anxiety and confusion for clarity and awareness. Your intuition, that gut feeling, is your most ancient and reliable tool. These signs are just the data that confirm what your gut is already telling you. You have a right to demand honesty and respect in your relationship. You set the standard for how you are treated. If these signs are lighting up your dashboard, it's time to stop making excuses for her behavior. It's time to have a direct, honest conversation, not from a place of anger, but from a place of strength and self-respect. You deserve the truth, whatever that truth may be.